Welcome back to Time with Steel Garage. On this episode, we're going to fix a crankcase ventilation issue on the Ecoboost DeLorean. Let's get into it. Okay, for those of you new to the channel, this is the Ecoboost DeLorean. I built this car. I had a little help from my brother and my uncle. It took me about 2.5 years. And for all intents and purposes, this isn't really a DeLorean anymore other than the body. In fact, I went out of my way to eliminate as much DeLorean as possible. What we have here is a Gen 2 2-liter Ecoboost block, long block, that I put Ford Performance 2.3 cams into. It's got a Mustang 2.3 turbo, Mustang larger throttle body. It's got a Mustang port and polish intake. It's got a Focus RS high pressure fuel pump, and it's got Focus RS injectors, a bunch of other Mustang parts, and it's got a wicked tune. You guys can check out my channel if you want to see that dyno episode. It put down 354 wheel. We backed the tune off just a little bit because the rings on these motors are good for about 400. So anyhow, the reason that it's in the shop today is I've had a smoking issue since I built this car that just sometimes rears its head at idle or at a stoplight, and I've thought this entire time that maybe it was the turbo, because the only used part that I put on the motor was the turbo. It was to save a little bit of money. That's a 2016 Mustang Takeoff turbo, a wrecked Mustang's turbo. And I think that the turbo output seal, shaft seal, is still probably leaking a little bit and it needs to be replaced. But I think my larger issue, which I discovered after going to drain my catch can over here, is that my crankcase system is not venting properly at all. My catch can was empty. So what would cause smoking? Crankcase system not breathing on a boosted motor. So when I did this swap, there wasn't a lot of information out there. I was one of the first guys to swap these motors, and I am the only guy. There might be some now, but this was the only Ecoboost DeLorean in the world when I built it. So there wasn't a lot of information. I couldn't find a lot of stuff, and I kind of winged it on the crankcase system. Now there's a lot of information, and come to find out, it is a common problem for brand new Ecoboost Mustangs to smoke. The stock PCV system is not adequate at all. So I upgraded some stuff on this motor when I built it. It's got a radium plate and a radium PCV valve because the Ecoboost engines in general are known, the Ford PCV valves are known to leak. They're just, if you upgrade any Ecoboost engine at all from factory, the PCV valve is not going to hang on. So this has got a radium PCV valve in it. And the big mistake that I made as a dum-dum was that this whole system relies on negative vacuum pressure from the front of the turbo. And guess what I don't have going to that catch can is any kind of negative vacuum pressure. So for all intents and purposes, my crankcase has not been breathing properly at all because it needs that vacuum to pull it around and complete the circuit. So I think a large part of my problem is that. Do I need to still replace the turbo? Maybe, we'll see. I've already went ahead and put a UPR crankcase breather on here, and that's just like a 2-inch valve body here that has an oil filter plate in it and a check valve, so it doesn't allow outside air into the engine, which would cause a lean condition, but it does allow excess pressure out. So I've already put this in. They do make a catch can specifically for this. I think if you have a daily driver car, that'd be the way to go. You could route the catch can over here depending on the car. I don't think I drive this thing enough to worry about this getting on the valve cover here, on my little decorative cover. So I'm just going to leave it vent to atmosphere like that, and if it gets messy, I might put a catch can there. But if you have a swap application and you have a 2-liter or a 2.3 Ecoboost motor like me, there's a kit on the market that's really good and it'll work for you. This is an UPR Products H5032-37, and it's meant for a Ecoboost Mustang, I think 15 to now, to current. And the thing that I really like about UPR is All their hoses incorporate check valves in them, which I'm not aware that anybody else on the market does that. Their catch can is extremely nice, and it's all plug and play, and it uses the Ford style quick connects with really nice Continental hose. So they even solved the vacuum pre-turbo problem for you by including this little coupler here. So the kit comes with the catch can. It comes with a hose that has no check valve on it. This connects to your PCV plate on the right side of the block, or on the throttle body side of the block, the dirty side. It comes back to the top of the catch can. This one here has a check valve in it, and that actually goes onto your intake where your PCV would normally connect to pre-throttle body to suck the vapors through. And that comes around and connects to the front of the catch can. And then to get the negative vac pressure that's required to circulate the whole system, they have another check valve hose that connects to the back side of the PCV tank here, the catch can, and goes down in front of your turbo and supplies the vacuum pressure needed to circulate all this. And the nice thing about these check valves is it doesn't allow boost to go the wrong way and cause blow-by. So this is a perfect, the hoses are plenty long. If you have a swap application, they mount on the Mustang, it mounts on the passenger side strut tower. So if you think about the distance here, that would be the passenger strut tower. So depending on what swap application you're running, if you got a 2-liter block or a 3-liter block, these will work. And they also, if you have just a regular Mustang or a Focus ST or a Focus RS, then they sell a kit specifically for those cars with the right link hoses. But you could always, the way these fittings are, you can shorten these hoses and put them back together. So we're using a Mustang Ecoboost UPR catch can kit, and it's going to work perfectly. The only thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to make a little bracket to mount the catch can. I might get rid of my old catch can altogether. We'll see. I think I'm going to leave that on there to vent the turbo side valve cover, and it's not going to hurt anything leaving that the way it is. So that's all clean that comes out of there. You know, there's a couple different ways you can do this. If you've got a stock Ecoboost motor or a modified one, it really isn't hard to pull all this stuff off. You can pull your intake off, or you can shove your arm up behind it and try to reach everything. I think for peace of mind, and because I know this motor so well, it's just going to be easier to pull the decorative cover, pull the turbo pipes here, pull the intake, and have access to everything. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, if you're doing this at home and you have a stock motor, even if you have a swap motor, you don't really need to take it down this far to do this kit. You could easily just shove your arm behind the intake to get to things. But it's easier to show you guys if I just take the motor apart. That took me like 10 minutes. So you got 5 10mm bolts on the intake, you got a couple of vacuum connections, you got your TPMS sensor, throttle body sensors, a couple other sensors here. And your intake comes right off. 2 clamps for the intercooler pipes for me. But what we're getting at here is you can see my radium plate. You see that? So I already had a radium plate and the upgraded PCV valve that comes with it. And I had the hose going to the back of the intake here. This side is kind of okay. That's basically the stock PCV system. We're going to throw this hose in the trash. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the hose that has no check valve in it. That's going to be the dirty side off the crankcase plate that's on the side of the block. Now, UPR knows that the radium crankcase plate is a popular upgrade, so they sell this kit in 2 different forms. You can get it stock connectors for a regular PCV plate, or you can get it already set up for the radium PCV valve, which is what I have. So it comes with a smaller reduction hose on it. They even include this little decorative clamp that goes over the end of the hose, and it looks pretty trick. So the first thing we're going to do is take this hose and connect it on that PCV valve right there. Okay, I went ahead and installed that right here. You can see it's clamped on that, and I just went ahead and routed it in a way that's not going to interfere with the intake around the back side of the motor, nothing hot. Brought it out, and it's going to go right here. Now this is going to go on the top side of the catch can, which is going to be, looks like it's going to work out perfect for me. In fact, I might route the hose a little bit different, but next step is going to be connecting your hose to the actual intake and the throttle body itself. Okay, so the next hose we're gonna need is this one here that's got, it's the longer hose, it's the longest hose in the kit, and it's got a check valve incorporated into it, which is one of the things that makes this UPR kit really good. So the check valve arrows need to go away from the catch can towards the intake, and we're basically gonna connect this fitting. Now, I have the intake removed, so it'll be easy to show you guys. But it's basically, if you got the motor installed, you can put your hand underneath the throttle body and reach around, and this right here is where this guy with the arrows facing the intake, it's going to clip right on. So if you have your intake out like I have, this is real easy. You put this on here, put the intake back on, and then route your hose. If not, you can get to this without taking the intake out. You're just going to have to, this throttle body is going to be like this, and you're going to have to reach between the intake and the throttle body to connect it. It can be done, you know, if your significant other has smaller hands than you, maybe ask them to do it. Okay, we're back. So I got my motor back together. Again, you don't need to go that far. I just did it so that you guys could see what I was doing. The thing you got to be careful for on this PCV valve is you can see the idler pulley here and the other pulley here. This gets real close, and the best way I found that it fits is you kind of angle the 90-degree connector towards the throttle body. Make sure you got plenty of gap here. On you Mustang cars, you're going to have fans here to worry about. I don't have that, but I do have to keep this away from those pulleys. Zip ties do the trick. I'm going to run this along the back bumper of the DeLorean here, and then this is going to end up plugging into the front of the catch can. The next step here is I got to take my little filter off the turbo, and we have to put this coupler on. This coupler has a fitting in it that is going to allow us to draw vacuum, that negative vacuum pressure from the front of the turbo. Okay, next thing we're going to do is provide the vacuum source for the system. If you have a stock car, you're just going to take the coupler off in front of the turbo. In my case, I didn't have any of that stock intake piping, just a filter. So take the filter off, put your coupler here, and then you're going to have another hose with an arrow on it. Again, the arrow for the check valve goes towards the motor away from the catch can. And this is going to go on the back side of the catch can and connect here to provide our vacuum source for the whole setup. Now, you can switch the front or back. Like in my situation, I'm probably going to go to the front of the can just because I have more hose to do that. So it doesn't really matter. You want your dirty PCV valve to go on the top, but the left and right here can be switched based off which hose fits the best as far as the front, the back of the throttle body, and off the turbo coupler right there. And since I have a swap application, that's why I waited to mount this last, because I'm going to have to see what hose link I have and put this in a place where I can reach my vacuum source there. So I might move this back a little further and put a mount like right here. I don't know, we'll have to see. Now you can see I've connected all my hoses, and that's going to kind of dictate where this can sits naturally. I have to worry about heat, but you can see, so I've got my vacuum source going to the front of the can to the turbo. The PCV valve that we installed on the back side of the intake comes into the top of the can, and then the clean side on the throttle body here comes in front, it goes around and to the back here. It doesn't matter this line and this, so the turbo line and the throttle body line can interchange on either side of this can. You just want the PCV valve going into the top of the can. So I'm going to make a little bracket to probably mount it right there, and then I can hide my hoses and make sure they're not going to get hot. But it adds more clutter to the engine bay, but it's an unfortunate necessary upgrade, and this is a really good quality kit. And then also here is the UPR breather for the crankcase. It just has a check valve in it, and it threads, and you can see it's already doing its job, but threads into the spot where your oil cap goes, and then it has a filter that goes right on top of it, and it has a check valve that when it has negative vacuum, it pulls the check valve closed so that the engine doesn't get unmetered air through the crankcase. which would cause you to run lean and your engine would run bad and all kinds of stuff. But it does allow positive pressure to come out. So if you get boost pressure in the crankcase and you get some blow by, it will come out here. That's it. I just got to make a bracket here for this. Whipped up a bracket in steel. Put a couple of M6 rib nuts in it. Put some black paint on it. Cooking it in the old toaster oven right now to accelerate the process. That'll be done in about 5 minutes, and then we'll be ready to test fire this thing. Look at that, see? Saggy door, time for a torque arm adjustment, and maybe it needs a new strut, I don't know, DeLorean problems. But anyhow, that's where she's gonna go. We're reusing the bolt from this cover, so we're not drilling any new holes. Keeps everything clear of the exhaust, and I've got the exhaust heat wrapped anyway. And then I think I'm gonna use a clamp and an existing bolt hole here to keep this hose from flopping around. We got the clean side from the throttle body coming along the back bumper here. It goes into the back side of the can in line with the negative vacuum pressure that comes from the turbo inlet. And then we've got the dirty PCV valve from the back of the intake coming into the top of the can. Completely negative pressure system, sealed, as a port on the bottom to open up. I went ahead and made this bracket here to mount it and put stainless hardware and M6 rib nuts in it. Reused the hole that was already there. The only new hole I did drill was I put a hose clamp here just to keep this hose from flopping around and away from the heat. So we've now got a radium engineering crankcase plate with a radium PCV valve, which is designed for higher pressure setups, big turbos. We've got a crankcase UPR vent with check valve, and we've got a Mustang UPR 2.3 EcoBoost PCV crankcase catch can system. And our passenger side or turbo side valve cover on the DeLorean is vented to the atmosphere. So we should have no more crankcase issues. If we have smoke now, it's definitely this used turbo. So let's fire it up. This is the part where we find out if I actually hooked my motor up properly after I took it all apart for you guys. Let's see. Oh. Okay, no whammies. Oh yeah, it already cleaned up some of those idle missing issues that we were having. Oh yeah. Yep, it's already happier. No whammies. Well, that was a huge success. I just got back from a test drive and the motor is happier. It's running better. And I would say 99% of our smoke is gone. I mean, drastic improvement. I still get a little bit every now and then, and that's from that, you know, that turbo has like, I think when I bought it, it had 80,000 miles on it. So 99% of our smoke problem is gone. I mean, the motor sounds happier. I am a huge fan of this kit. Definite immediate improvement and upgrade for this car. I mean, it's idling better. It just seems to run better through and through. I went out and I drove it normal. I went out and I drove it hard. It is happy. It is really happy. So if you're out there and you got a 2.0 or a 2.3 EcoBoost or really any EcoBoost motor, look into UPR's catch can setups because I'm extremely impressed with this kit. And I think it turned out pretty nice. It looks like it fits. So hopefully that helps one of you, two of you out there, and I appreciate it. Please subscribe, like, tell your friends, comment, and we'll see you next time on Time with Steel Garage.